Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tech Stack channel. So today we are trying to explore one more new topic. So this is all related to the PDF itself. Now when you see this in this particular portal, I have this document, around 1000 documents are there, and I have opened a couple of documents here, and you can see this bank name and where is the branch is available, and I have this IFSC code as well, and downside along I have the customer details on it. And when you check is I have the two tables are there. One table is related to opening balance, credit, debit, and what is the closing balance as well. And I have the one more table which is related to the each and every transactions are there. So similar way when I open another document, so it has the same kind of details. So with the different things are available. And when I check other document, it has a golden origin bank. Similar way other details are there. So right now what we are trying to do now, so I want to segregate this each and file. For example, if we say golden argent, so it should create the golden argent folder, and in that folder I want to extract all the data, and finally I need to move this particular file into that particular folder. So here I need to extract all the details. I will show the output how it looks like. So these are the things which I did one, and I have the customer master. So this is a one file which I have the master file. Let it open, and when you check here, I have this few details available. So which is the another thing which we need to fetch from this document. We need to fetch is what is a mail ID and mobile number. So these two is not available in the PDF. So when you check here, I don't have this mobile ID and email ID. So I have this customer ID is there, and I have this account ID. So based on that, any one of them, so these are the two unique keys. So based on that, we need to identify this email and mobile number. And after that, let me go, what is my expected output? So let me open this expected output. And when you check here, I have these headers are there like PDF name, customer ID, and some other details are there. So these and all details I need to extract from this each and every document. And when you check here, I have this 1000 PDFs are there. So I want to extract the data each and for everything. So this is what we are going to do that. And I designed everything in the like step by steps. We'll go in each one by one. So how it is doing and what is doing on that. Now we'll go back to Power Automate. So here already I have designed everything and flow, everything is looks good, it's working fine. So there is no issues. Now we'll go in detail one by one activity what it is doing. So when you check this how everything is built. So we'll go back to this Excel file. First thing is we need to get that files. So we need to identify where the files are located. So as of now, my files are located in the PDF. So this is a path which I need to take it, and I will pass this into this here. So get we are using the activity which we call get files in the folder. So with this activity, everything, all the files will be stored in this particular file to variable, and it is able to loop it. So after this, once this is done, so next what I am doing in the here, so I'm going in one by one order. So I don't want to go and merge everything. First I need to get all the requirement details, then I can go and do extract whatever things are right now. So those things I will do one by one. So the next thing is we need to read the data from master. So this master is only the one time activity, so that's why I put it in the next step, and I make it as reason like this. So it's a grouping part, and I used here activity which we call launch Excel file, and I use this master Excel file which is open here, and post that it will read the data and it will close this. So this is the what which we did in this part of next step. And when I check here last one, so update the columns. So when I check here in my Excel file, I have around 10 to 11 columns are there. So which is related to, let me open this. So we have some couple of columns are there now. So which is a PDF name and customer date, customer ID, customer name, ID, account number, and we have the statement period, what is the open balance, closing balance. These details are available. So which is the headers are there. So these and all things I need to update. So here what I did, so I when I open this, I can change the columns here. So the column will be the change, and it will be the row one. So my columns are all available in the row one itself. So that's why for each and everything, if you see here, so each and everything I will make it as the one. Only I change the columns because every time my columns will be the increase. So you can check here. So column 2, column 3, and these details are increasing one by one. Now till here we'll run and we'll see whether we are getting this our expectation or not. So let me run this. So we are going to run for multiple times because we need to check each one by one everything whether it's working fine or not. So now it will get the files from the particular folder and it will loop it. Now it has created, and these are the my columns which has been created from here. So now this is my columns, PDF, customer name. So let me maximize it. Okay, so these are the columns which I have this. So all the columns I have created, so this step has been completed. Now I will close this SQL which is not required as of now, and the next one is loop for the all the files. So whatever I getting these files from here now, so I will going and looping at this point. So I got file from this particular folder, and here I started with the looping things. So I'll just let go the looping things. So here I taken the one increment, because every time when I going to update in my Excel file, so the row will be the increase. So that's why I taken here itself. I declared the variable which we called temp increment, and in the temp increment I converted to the integer, and I was going for the each and increment type. And the next I start the looping part here. So when I come inside, I will make it as number one. So when I start here, my row will be act as a two, because my first row is make it as a column. So that's why I used from the second row, and I incremented by default here itself. And the next one is after when the loop is started, no, the next step immediately I want to read this data. So here I can reading for the two times, one data which is related for the read data. Only this data will be read. Let me go here. So it will read enter the data. So from this data I need this name, account number, customer ID, period details. So these are all details which I need. So that's why I used to read enter the data for the first activity. And the next one I put it here as which we call read extract tables. Sorry, extract tables. I mean read tables from the PDF. So next I have the two multiple tables are there. So next I read this data. So from this particular table I need this open balance and the closing balance. So these two I need. So when you check here I have EUR. So I need only this number. So we did that as well. We'll check. We'll going upcoming. So we'll explain that one. So still, if you not subscribe, try to subscribe and hit. I mean, if you like, hit a like button. So now after that we need to extract this data as well. This data we need to put it into the Excel file. We'll see that as well how it works. So now I will these two things activities which is completed, and the next one is I'm using the I mean I need to get the open balance. So what I'm trying to do now, so I'm trying to get all the columns data, whatever required from this one. So I put it everything, and later I will update this data into the Excel at the end. Now when you check here I have this data getting from the PDF table. So let me open this. So in this PDF table, this is my main thing, and under that I have the data table. So 0 of 0, which I'm getting the data from that. So when you see 0 of 0, so this could be go for the open balance. So once I use that action, so I will get this EUR, this value. Suppose that I will use this regex again. So I mean I'm doing for the closing balance as well. Suppose that I use this regex for the open balance, so which I use this regex. So INR, so it might be it vary here. So as of now I put it only for INR, so we'll change that as well. But when you check here I have this EUR as well. So we'll see how we can change that as well. I will check that later. So now this is for the open balance. Just click on that save, and similar way I did for the closing balance as well. So these two tables, I mean this from this particular table I'm getting these two values from the PDF. Now this step is done. After that I'm using this parse text. So this parse text which is used will be in the bank name. So when I check here I have this bank name is there on the top side. So I need this bank name. So how I'm using this regex, so everything I have the standard value which is here like a bank. So you need to identify what is the common fields from these things. So as of now, my means Coral Bay Bank. So bank is the one common field which I noticed. So when I check here, so I will open another. So horizon bank. So these are the things which is a common from the pattern. So you need to identify the pattern. Then only we are able to do this projects. The same thing I used this here. So in similar way I did for the next one customer name. So the same pattern which I did, and we have this account number. So and next which we called customer ID is it, period is it. Still we did everything is there, and after this we need this branch name as well. So for that I use the branch name, and IFSC is code also I did it. So once this is completed, the next I need to get this mail ID and mobile number. So this mail ID and mobile number I'm getting from this particular Excel, so which we call master Excel. So already I read this data, so no need to do anything on this. So as of now, what I'm doing in the coding itself, so I will just filter that particular table with the name of this master ID, and I'm using this customer ID. So this is the thing I'm filtering with this customer ID. So I have the customer ID in my document as well. When you check here, I got the customer ID, and even I'm extracting that customer ID data from the PDF and storing into one variable match customer ID, and I'm updating the filter here which we call customer ID. So when you check here, I have this customer ID. You can go with this like account number as well. So as of now, I'm going with this customer ID. If you go with customer name, it might be there is a chance to get the duplicate. So that's why we need to make it identify the unique things. So these are the two unique, unique values. So you can go with any one of them. It's fine, no issues with that. So after this, what I did now, so I put this filtering that particular table and updating this mail ID to this. And here I'm getting the mail ID at the point of position 3. So here, this is my mail ID. So it starts from index 0, 1, 2, 3, and mobile number is the 4. The same thing I updated here as well. So let me close, and here also mobile number is there. Suppose that I added everything, and after that I'm checking this folder. So whether that particular folder is available or not. If that particular folder is available, so then I don't do anything on it. So I will just know that. So if the particular file is available, folder is available, then if folder is not exist, then I will do this one. So if folder is already available, so just I need to move that particular file. So I forgot this action, so just drag and drop this else activity, so and copy the same action and paste it in downside. So whether if it is folder is available, I need to move that particular file. If folder is not available, I need to create that folder and I need to move that file. Here I'm not moving any, touching my existing data. So this is the our data now. So I'm not touching anything on this. Just I'm copying that file and pasting into our another thing. So after this, everything is done. So now I got all the data has been fetched. So now I'm running this one. So here, see this already. I have this everything, and here I'm temp increment. Temp increment. So this is a variable which we taken from the top side. So that variable I'm passing, and I put this column name as the 2, and every column will be changed because I have the lot of the data is available. So that's why I change each and everything. So now we'll run this automation and we'll see. Let me go inside, and I need to delete some couple of files as well. So here I tested. So these files are has been created. Now I will delete this and I will run. We'll see what will happens here. It will throw error or it will run. So we'll see how it works. So I'm running this one, and we'll see how much time it will take to complete for 1,000 invoices what we did for this code. And post that next video I will show, I will post one more video. So if you see here, I have this much of data, like I have these many PDFs are there. I have generated with the help of Gravity. I will show that how I did these things. I will show that as well. And after everything is completed, we'll try to see how the optimization of this code. So as of now, when you see this, I open this Excel file. So this might not be crashed, but there is a chance to crash it. So if this is crashed, then it's very difficult to identify. We need to do a lot of the things on it. So right now the data is fetching here, and you can see this, the data is coming. So till now it started around 12 iterations has been completed. And post this completion, maybe next video we'll try to see how we can optimize the same code, and we can increase the efficiency as well. So right now it's going each and one by one, everything updating each one by one. Definitely it will take the lot of time, not some time, it will take more time what we expected. And when you run in unattended mode as well, or might be this some directly from this, again the same steps will be performed now. So it will take some lot of time. It will take, I think it will take around 30 to 40 minutes to extract each and every details of this. So once this is completed, we'll try to explore how we can optimize the code as well. And here I missed one more thing is so when you see this, I have this data. So this one I'm not extracting, I mean I not extracted, but I have the data with me, but I'm not updating anything into the particular Excel file. So this also we try to export, or else you can try from your side, no issues. So my thing is anyway I'm getting this data here. So when I see this here, I have the statement. If I touch it, it might be get error. Okay. Now when you see this, I have the statement 0698.pdf. If when I click this one, the particular document should be open. So it's kind of hyperlink. We need to add that. And similar way, when you go for the Excel file, though those files should be available. So we need to add another two columns on the top side. So we can make it as the column M and N. So which the name is, which we call, one is for the Excel path, another for the PDF path. So just we need to add that for the hyperlinks as well. We'll do that as well. And here I noticed all looks good, and few of things data is not fetching. For example, when you check here, so might be there is a missing of data. What is this? Opening balance and closing balance. So this is because of, as of now I did only for the INR, so we need to do for the EUR. So just we need to remove that the value INR or EUR from there itself, from the Regex things. So just we need to identify the different pattern and we need to do that. So for identifying the regex pattern, so we have this websites or the regex thing this thing. So you can identify that, and going forward I will try to do regex thing as well. Already I did, but again I'm planning to do some 10 to 15 sessions on that, but I don't know whether I will plan it or not. As of now it's there, but we'll see that how it works. And now it's take 4 minutes. It's extracted around 63. We can make it as around 74 minutes, and it will take around 30 to 40 minutes. Now it's came to near 600. So again, it will take another 15 minutes to complete the another 400 line items. Just will let it complete that as well. And finally, it's reached to 990, and still 10 are there. So it will complete in another couple of seconds. So 93 and 94. Now it's a time for 95, double 95, and double 96 also completed. Now it's moving for 997, 998 has completed, and 999 done, and 1000 also done. 1001. We have the one on the top side, the column. No? So that's it. So now the data has been generated successfully, and there is no failures, no stop in between as well. So approximately it will take around 30 to 48 minutes. So now everything is looks good, and here few things are missed. So this is happened because of that European and INR person. So for that it happened. Now just go downside and we will put the filter. How many came are there? So I think around 300 came. So these are all related to those things. So that's why it's came happen. So this is the way how we can do this one extraction of this. Now in between there is no stop, nothing is there. It's working well and good. And next video I will explain how I can get this data 1000 PDFs from the portal. What I did, I will explain you. So you can go with that, or else you can go with ChatGPT or whatever it may be. It's up to you. And in couple of, I mean, another video I will try to explain how we can optimize this code and how we can reduce the time as well. So as of now, when you check here, I have a lot of activities, and when come to Excel things only, I have this around the 12 actions are there on the top 12 actions. So total 24 actions, but forget about the first thing, it let it be its own issues. But when you come here, everything it will be the 12 times it will perform the action. So when you say 1000 into 12, 12,000 times it will perform. So here only it will take long time to do that. So here we can see how we can optimize this code from this particular point of view. And finally, and thanks for watching. So still if you not subscribed, try to subscribe, and thanks for watching.